Hi everyone, it's Leona with Leona's Designs, and I'm back with another Slow Stitch with K3N project. And this week is week 44. I am going off prompt for this week. I didn't really want to do the prompt that Catherine has for this week 44, so I decided to go through her videos and pick a different project. And I found one that I think will fit right in with my journal and right in with the projects that we've been doing all this year. It's weaving. It's a weaving project. This project is done with paper and cloth. And previously, in week 1, we did fabric strip weaving. And I believe it was week 36 that we did needle weaving, where we wove threads into fabric weaving, or not fabric weaving, but we were weaving threads instead of fabric. So this week, 44, I'm going to be weaving paper and cloth strips. And Catherine did this in her Wonky Wednesday, one of her Wonky Wednesday videos. I believe it was week 8 of her Wonky Wednesday. So I really wanted to try it because I love paper and cloth. I love working with both of them. So I thought this would be a great time to try out this paper and cloth weaving and get it in my journal and just skip the week 44 prompt, which I don't want to do for several different reasons, and I'm not going to give them. But as Catherine always says, you do you. So I'm doing me, and for this week 44, I've got my cloth strips here and my paper strips, and we're going to get started. As soon as I go get my needle threaded, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my warped strips, which are vertical. They're the paper. They're sturdier than the cloth. The cloth's more flexible. So the cloth is going to be my weft strips, which I'm going to weave through. So I've got 4 black and 3 cream colored. So I'm going to start out with the black, and I'm going to use my glue stick to just put a dab of glue to hold the cloth to this paper. And I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to glue this strip down to the top of that paper. And then I will go under the paper to get a little glue stick there. And glue that down, trying to keep it even. And then this next one I will go over. And I will just do that all the way across, I hope. And then we will have our first weave. And then it should be a little easier once we get this first row done, I think. Under, trying to keep the strips close together and even, and over. Oops, to get that a little closer. That's good. Okay. So we've got our first row. Now I'm going to take the cream colored one and excuse me, weave it in just the opposite. So I will go under this first strip. And I think what Catherine did was she just glued the unders, or she just glued the edges. She didn't glue every piece as she went along. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna go under, over. Oh, I know what she did. She moved them up. Like when you have to go under, she moved them up. Up. That's right, I forgot about that. Up and up. And then you lay it in there. And put a dab of glue on each end. And bring it back down. Guess I could put glue on all the ones that are up. It'd help hold it better. Just trying to get them close together. Once we get them all weaved in, then we can go back and stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to lift the ones that I went under up. And do the same thing. Guess what I can do is put the glue on these ends here that are sticking up. And take a black piece and lay it down right close. And bring these down. I would say this is a little easier than the fabric strip weaving. The paper gives it a little more substance. So far, I'm saying that, so far. Okay, I'm under, so I'm going to go over. So I need to go under, I need to go over. So these under ones I need to fold up now. And I need to use cream colored strip. Seems to me that this is going easier for me than the fabric strip weaving went. But of course that was week 1 and I had never done it before, so we have to take that into consideration. So this is an over one. I think I'll actually glue this one down. and glue this just a little bit. You're going to be stitched down anyway, so now we're going under again. I actually like this because it's like doing dark and light. And I like the checkerboard look. And I like the fact that we're using paper and cloth together. Because I do love my paper collage. I don't know if I'm going to get 2 more strips in here or not. I thought I cut the strips thin enough. I've really been keeping them close together, so. Guess I can probably, hopefully, squeeze it on there. Glue this down. This. And hopefully I can get that. Hopefully I can get this last. Strip on there. Get it right up to the edge. And down, down, down. You're gonna have to glue the underneath ones also, because it's trying to pop up. But that's okay. Once I go in and stitch, it'll hopefully lay down. Like how it looks on the back and the front. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'll come back and start stitching. Okay, so it's dry now. I did iron it down to make it flatter because it was kind of curling up. Now I'm going to start stitching just each row down and then each row across. Have to be mindful that I am stitching through paper and cloth. When I make a hole, it's going to leave a hole in the paper. But that's fine. I just wanted to try it to see if my needle would go through well, and it does. So what I noticed is I think I weaved wrong. I thought I was going over, under, but apparently it doesn't look that way. I think I went over, under, and I should have went over, under, over. So these two, I don't think I did right, these 2 rows. I think I should have went over. But it's too late now to correct it. But if you're doing this project, don't do what I did. Just remember to go over, under, And these vertical strips are the warp strips, and the horizontal are the weft. So as you're weaving, keep that in mind. I got a little confused there, I guess, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to start stitching now, trying to make a couple of stitches in each little square and trying to keep them straight. Just going to be running stitches and trying to not get my thread knotted. Dear. No, don't get knotted. Just started. Oh. How to unknot thread 101. I hope this will work. It did. Good. Okay, no more knots. So if you want to, you can poke your hole first and then go in from the back. Like that. Or you can just poke it in. Oh no, there, I did it again. Oh, I shouldn't have poked it in there. I should have come up from the back. So I was seeing that hole there and I wasn't thinking. I was going in it instead of coming up in it. Okay, but you can poke it from the top and then go in it from the back and come up. And sometimes, since I make big stitches, I might get only one stitch in the little block. So whatever you want to do. You can come up and go in, or you can make your hole from the front and then come up from the back. And go in. And then just try to keep a straight line, which I'm not doing. And then just stitch down each row that way, vertically and horizontally. Oops. So I'm hoping that this will fit in my journal. I think it will. The size is, it's my ruler. The size is 5 by 5.5, so it should fit. But that was with 7 strips. Okay, I'm going to go in here and come up from the back. Go in here, come up from the back, if I can see that. Kind of hard to see through the black fabric. So it's takes a little more time stitching through paper because you can't do more than one stitch at a time. You have to do stab stitching. And that stitch got wonky. So there's one line done. I'm just going to continue doing all these vertical lines, and then I'll be back to start the horizontal. Okay, so I finished the vertical stitching, which to me really wasn't pleasant because this cardstock is really kind of hard to stitch through. If it was a lighter paper, probably would have been easier, but I used cardstock because I thought the lighter paper might tear. So it is what it is. I did make it easier on myself by just doing one stitch in each block in the middle. But since I had started out doing 2 stitches in each square on the edges, I decided to finish up 2 stitches in each square on each end. So it's just the middle that's got 1 stitch. And that was easier. And I did do back stitches, which were easier too. So I'm just letting you know, if you want to try this, maybe a little lighter weight cardstock and do back stitches and maybe just 1 stitch in each square. Now I'm going to do the horizontal stitches, and I am going to try to do just 1 stitch in each square. So we'll see how that goes. I have really not done much hand stitching through paper before. I've done it on the machine. So of course I didn't really know what it was going to feel like doing it by hand. But it's an experience, and I'm glad I tried it. Ouch, ouch. And I hope maybe you will try it. It is a fun experience to try new things. We don't always really like them, but at least we try them. And we can say we did it. Hope I'm in frame. So I'm getting a little better at coming up evenly. So I'm just going to continue now doing the horizontal stitching. Just trying to do just 1 stitch in each square. And I'll be back to show you the end result. Okay, this is my finished piece. I'm happy with it. It is kind of wonky, but it is a Wonky Wednesday project, so I guess I'm okay with that. My stitches is kind of wonky and kind of wobbly, but I got it done. I did make a couple mistakes, but I'm happy I tried it. Was a little difficult stitching through that heavier cardstock, but I'm happy I tried it. I'm happy it got it done, and I'm happy I can add it to my journal. So this will be paper and cloth weaving, week 44. I will show you my journal, my previous, I'm going to move it up a little bit. This is week 36 for the needle weaving, which was just weaving thread. I loved this one. It was very easy for me, and I love the way it turned out. So I'm really happy with that one. The week 1 was the fabric weaving, and that was fun. It was difficult because I had never done fabric weaving before, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I embellished it a lot. So I think this week 44 will fit in this book very well. And my book is getting so fat, it's really difficult now to stitch anything in it. There's just so many projects, and I'm so happy I did this. It's been such a fun experience. So thank you, Catherine, for your weekly Slow Stitch with K3N projects. I'm really happy to be a part of it, and I'm sorry I didn't do the prompt for week 44, but I did what you always say, you do you. So I did me, and I did do a Wonky Wednesday. So I hope to see you again soon. I hope to do week 45 very soon. So if you're not subscribed and you like slow stitch projects, I urge you to subscribe, because I do try to do at least one project every week. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.